Lady Boots.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Wednesday, June 27th. We are a live show talking about the topics you're talking about, so let's get right into it. And we have sad entertainment news. Let's get right to Raquel Villanueva. She has this story at the moment.
Tonight, the world remembers Joe Jackson, patriarch of the Jackson family pop music dynasty. He passed away early this morning at a hospice center in Las Vegas after a battle with pancreatic cancer. The father of 10 was responsible for the Jackson 5 and launched the solo careers of Michael and Janet Jackson. Tonight, his grandson Prince posted this tribute, which said in part, "You taught me to take pride in the Jackson name." His wife, several children, and grandchildren were at his bedside.
Thank you, Raquel. And later, we'll be taking a look back at his life and legacy. So please stick around for that. We'll talk about it more later. But right now, we want to give a big DBL shout out to Serena Williams. The tennis star will be seated 25th at Wimbledon. That is great news because her world ranking had fallen to 183rd after taking time off to have a baby, Sam. Ooh.
How dare she?
How dare she?
How dare she?
Serena won the tournament in her last 2 appearances in 2015 and 2016. Meantime, we got to talk about Roger Federer. He earned the #1 seed at Wimbledon at age 36 years old, Al. That one's for you. That's apparently ancient for the sports. And check out this tweet from Serena. She writes, "This for Federer. 15 years ago, a boy from Switzerland and a girl from the U.S., both 21, shared the stage at Wimbledon for the first time, and it wouldn't be the last."
Wow.
That is pretty amazing.
That's amazing. I mean, that they have such parallel accomplishments, and she took time off to have a baby.
I saw that one coming. I thought it was going to be
Well, you
sincere.
can't take time off. Can we just give them both equal? They're both amazing in their respective sports.
First of all, they're the same age, so I don't know why everybody's acting like 36.
36 is very old for professional sports, unless you're a place kicker, Sam.
But both of them are at the top of their game, and they're both 36 years old.
But they should get more accolades for that. It's much more difficult. Your body is breaking down while there are new people breaking into your sport that are 19 and 20 and 21 years old. So it means like for every year that you get older, they're getting younger. So the gap's getting more, it's doubling every year. So that's very impressive.
That's very complex.
Let's not act like it's some sort of disability.
It's not. It is in the world of sports where you're using your body. Your body's breaking down. That's a disability.
Let's not act like her having a baby is a disability.
No one said baby. You just said
that's
baby.
That's why they seated
you
her
said
dead
36
last.
and now we're here,
That's
baby.
why they seated her dead last until she spoke up against it.
Yeah, they fixed it. That's what you want, right? When she spoke up, they fixed it.
I'm proud of her advocacy, Al.
Wrong road to travel down, buddy.
No, you can't start off at 36 and end at baby because you're losing the argument.
No.
I'm not getting involved
that's
in.
Not
Oh, not yet. Cobb
losing
involved.
the argument.
She
and we're
started
just
with
talking
36.
facts
I'm saying
here.
yes. The fact is, it's difficult to play professional sports at 36 years old
Yes.
as opposed to 20 years old.
Right.
So I'm saying we should give more props to that because it's hard. It's a rarer achievement. Where do we?
Right.
How did we get here?
I was
feel
just
like I'm
pointing
married.
out the parallels and the fact that they
buddy.
had these parallel accomplishments, yet she has a wrench in her situation because she's a woman. And
I
had a
wish,
baby.
Jeff, or I would refer to you being able to get pregnant as a wrench.
Do you know?
Well, no, I'm saying that's the way people are acting about it. Like
We're
the fact
giving her
that she
more
had to
props.
All right, it's time for the husbands to leave the room. It's time for us to leave the room.
You are our work husbands, whether you like it or not.
And
very
we must go in the other room and
proud work husband.
lick our wounds. All right. Camille Grammer has put up her ex-actor Kelsey Grammer on blast. She put her on blast. I'm very nervous now with this whole conversation. The two were married for almost 14 years before their divorce in 2010, but apparently there is still some lingering resentment. Camille recently tweeted about it after Kelsey gushed about his new life and wife. Ooh, in an interview. I like how that rhymed. Camille tweets, quote, "I don't begrudge him or his happiness. I was by his side and he acts like I never existed. That's disappointing. We have both moved on, just wished it ended in a more civil manner." You guys want to get after this one?
She had really no reason to jump in, I feel like. It's been, what, 5 years? She's moved on. She's engaged to someone else. She looks amazing. She's clearly picked up the pieces. She's a brilliant mother.
Yeah, the money
as
she
far
took
as you
from
can
him
tell.
helped that.
Hold on. Kelsey Grammer was going broke, and she helped helped him with investments as well. She was a partner. She was a partner.
I didn't see her on Cheers. Tell me about it. Or
She
Frasier.
absolutely was a partner. Kelsey was
sure she was a partner in the
struggling.
Jag that he bought her.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to let you do that because I know that there are examples where people absolutely are going to ride coattails and take things that don't belong to them. But when it really comes down to it, I don't think it's any question that she was a partner and a true point in how he sustained and got his fortune back.
She also raised her 2 kids without any help. So that's a full-time job.
You don't think they had any nannies?
Were the real estate investments not Camille?
I don't know.
The real estate investments were Camille.
Oh, I didn't see that on
They
Frasier.
made a ton of money on real estate.
What do you think an NBC sitcom pays? More than real estate?
They made a ton of. Kelsey Grammer.
Then why didn't he take money during the divorce then?
We have more stories to argue about.
Okay.
Let's get to another one.
I'm just simply saying.
You guys might take opposite sides on this one.
Networth.com. Can a producer get on that?
Well, also, read a couple articles, Al, because you're dead wrong about this
Okay, well, we'll see how much he was worth. Then why did she take money in the divorce then?
We're live.
Why'd she take money
you guys
in the
didn't
divorce?
know. Listen, we got to move on because I love me some Brad Pitt. All right? New details tonight on Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's relationship. Brad has, I should have probably said Angelina, right? Brad has taken steps away from dating because of the importance of his children and also to help mend fences with Angelina. As source tells ET, Brad and Angelina still don't get along and can barely be in the same room, but his kids are the first priority. Are we fighting about this one?
No, I think good on him.
Yes, good on him.
Good on him. He also traveled all the way to London where she was shooting a movie just so he could be close to the kids, hoping that he could have 4 hours a day with him here and there if she allowed it. So this is a guy right now, from what I see, is sacrificing everything else, his career, focusing on his sobriety, and focusing on his children. So good on him.
I think so, too.
Al?
I like that.
We agree?
Working hard to see his kids. I think that's beautiful.
I love when a family
Do you guys think she should make it easier on him?
I mean, he's trying his best, so she should put a good foot forward as well.
Okay. Seems like that foot's not coming forward, though.
Yikes, Al.
I'm sorry, are we supposed to have a pleasant chit-chat?
This is exactly
Are we touring, having high tea? I thought we were going to discuss these issues.
I brought Tori into this. All right. Tracy Morgan has a heartfelt message for his 6-year-old self. Come on, everyone's going to like this one. The comedian who stars in the show The Last OG recorded this emotional message.
Only thing that could stop you, little boy, was the same thing that stopped your dad. Drugs and alcohol. And cost you your marriage. You lose a good woman.
Wow. And that was emotional message. I just wanted to say it out loud. What message would you give your 6-year-old self if you could, Al?
Don't worry about what other people think about you. The more you think about what other people think about you, they're not. Everybody's worried about themselves. Even the people you think hate on you, they probably think about you every 3 weeks. Focus on yourself. Your life will be much easier.
Good one. How about you, Sam?
Not to sweat the small stuff.
That's great.
I have a lot of anxiety and I overthink things, and I wish I would tell myself, don't overthink it, Sam, just go with the flow.
I think I would tell my my 6-year-old self, listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. That's what I would say to myself. You always think you know more, and you don't. Because being a parent now, you're just trying to help your kid. That's what they're doing.
Cute.
I would just tell myself that I'm the master of my own destiny. I mean, there's no one else that can come in and affect anything that's happening in your life unless you allow it to.
Was there a moment in your life where that was reaffirmed to you?
Oh, absolutely. When I was like laying on the floor thinking that I was going to die, like spontaneously combust, I realized that everything that I had done to hinder me being in this seat right now was all for naught because I had to do this. So the idea of taking the safe road wasn't the best idea.
Love it. I'm glad
Eric's
you're here.
Incredible.
I know.
You're just incredible.
You're going to write a
really
book,
are.
yeah.
Honestly,
write a book. She's going to change lives.
When she and I were going back and forth, I was like, Al, don't mess this up. I need another Erica pep talk. I was like, just make sure she's not mad at me.
Yep. All right, now we're going to come full circle. Everyone loves Sex and the City, right?
Yes.
There you go. Thanks, Sam. Carrie Bradshaw might make you feel a lot better about your spending habits. A new BuzzFeed article tackled Carrie's spending and determined that she would have had landed herself $1 million in debt. I think that's a little light.
Yeah, I'm glad we're having this conversation, though, because I just watched an old episode of Sex and the City 2 days ago, and I didn't realize how terrible this show is. Women. Honestly, wow. I was such a huge Sex and the City fan, and I'm sitting there watching this woman who is brilliant and dressed to the high heels, literally chasing some dude that doesn't want her. What kind of message is that? What kind of process. She's successful, she's brilliant, she's beautiful, and she's just begging this one guy to love her. That is pathetic. And we all were like, oh, why isn't this happening? And it was like the best thing ever. It's not the best thing ever. Yeah. It is the worst.
Do you think Sex and the City, yes, clap for that. Do you guys think that Sex and the City could exist today, or do you think because women's mindsets have changed, there would be a big backlash if they had that same plot line in 2018?
I do think it could exist today, but I guarantee you Sex and the City would have evolved. And I know that's not exactly what you're asking, but it would have been a different Sex and the City if it were Sex and the City today, if that makes sense.
It would have to.
Yeah, it would have to.
Great first segment. That was a roller coaster of emotions. All right, Ebony Steele, what's coming up on DBL?
All right, Khloe Kardashian gets the wax treatment. We'll show you the newest addition to Madame Tussauds. Plus, just because it's summer doesn't mean there's nothing good on TV to watch. We've got the shows you should see in addition to DBL, of course, duh. But first, a look back at the life and legacy of Jackson family patriarch Joe Jackson. We'll be right back.
We are going to be doing bobbing for apples. You have 1 minute. We're going to do it at the same time. Oh no, my face is way too pretty.
We're going to do dramatic reading now from Night Watch.
Night shift.
Right.
Bleeding in the left lower quadrant.
Tell Catscan we're coming as soon as he's tuned.
I'm losing his pulse. Okay, so we're just doing. So you hear everyone? Don't open it. Don't, for God's sake, save the children.
New sunscreen. It's Sea Star Sparkle. It's Sproof 50, so you're actually getting some protection from the sun.
SPF, by the way.
Okay. I say Sproof.
So today we're playing Big Mouth. Jeff and Tori each have a minute to guess trending headlines they can give to the other player.
You're freaking me out. Bill, you lost on your own question.
Yeah, I can't even remember my own dialogue.
Bill came in second.
Tori's gonna win. Similar.
Oh, it's big, guys.
You have wrapped in your hand.
That is a pretty.
It looks just
big.
like that.
It does. It does. This is how it's done right here.
Hey everybody, it's Samantha Harris. Welcome to Dancing with the Hosts. That's right.
Puppies! Why don't you go to the moon?
We watch me on Blind Date on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna go find that.
We found the clip that you so embarrassing.
I make my jazz out of So every time you walk
Start the date with Jordan Braun's jazz hands.
Everybody thought I don't know comics. Really ticks me off.
Favorite thing ever is emoji. Headline, today's headline with emojis. Jeff and I try to figure it out. Okay, Nestle paid for the rights to sell Starbucks. Sell Starbucks!
No, I want nothing to do with this, so I'm leaving.
We want to make sure you guys are informed because what is information? Power! And knowledge!
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Today brought sad news for the Jackson family. The patriarch Joe Jackson has died at 89 years old. Our own Erica Cobb takes a look back at his life and legacy.
He was the ultimate stage dad. Relentless, unapologetic, strict. But the behind-the-scenes pain created the world's greatest pop music dynasty. He took his boys from Gary, Indiana to build the Jackson 5.
Yes, I do now.
And later brought his daughter Janet to fame. But none came close to Michael's star. As tough as he was, Joe was always loyal, holding his son's hand at court in 2005 during his child molestation trial. In the end, Joe stood by his brutal treatment of his kids, saying he was proud of what they achieved because he'd been tough.
And it's a sad day for the Jackson family, and a lot of people are torn because of his past, Joe Jackson, but on the other hand, a lot of people remember him as a father that produced some great talent, to say the least.
You know, first of all, I think that no one lost in this because I was with my grandfather at his bedside when he passed away. I was with my grandmother holding her hand when she passed away. So that's a beautiful way to end your life. And honestly, if we analyze Joe Jackson's life, I think we'd be analyzing it from 2018. Joe Jackson's from a different generation. My father, my grandfather, who my dad always said was a hard man to know. He's just a hard-working guy from the South. And, you know, it's hard to judge different eras through this lens. So obviously he did some things I'm sure he would do differently, but I think today we should reflect on like the family he raised, which was amazing.
I agree, Al, and I've thought about this from the standpoint of how I was raised and my father, and he was very strict with us. And the thing about it was he was preparing us for a world that we didn't know that we were entering. And the truth was there was nothing that he could have really done to us, and we weren't like abused or anything, but there was nothing that he could have done to us that we weren't going to encounter once we walked out that door. So he was preparing us for that. And I appreciate that a lot more now than I ever did before. And I think that we see our parents in very different lenses. Like when my story about how I was raised would be very different 10, 15 years ago than it is today. So I think it's very telling that the family was by his side when he passed, and that's the way he should be remembered.
And even Catherine, too, right? His wife, they've had a lot of ups and downs, even as of recent, staying in separate homes. And for her to be at his side, holding his hand, that's the way it should be. And I do think it speaks volumes to where their relationship evolved to on his final days. So may he rest in peace.
Absolutely. We are live. Brett Forrest has entertainment news at the moment.
Thanks, Jeff. We're just minutes away from the premiere of Big Brother Season 20, and you can even catch it right at the end of Daily Blast Live. How perfect is that? It's a 2-hour episode tonight where 16 new house guests are going to battle it out for 99 days trying to win that $500,000 prize. And we have a special treat for you here on DBL. Tune in tomorrow, and our own Big Brother, Jeff Schroeder, will give his first impressions of the 16 house guests in 60 seconds and then answer your questions during the breaks. Jeff, how pumped are you for this?
I'm pretty pumped, man. It always brings a lot of old, great memories, you know, being on the show, meeting my wife on the show.
You proposed to her on the show? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
You got to watch this segment. You'll cry.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to Google it right when I get home.
Yeah, that was the day we got engaged.
Did she have any idea?
No, and I flew her family in, my family in, her dog in.
Her dog
It was on the show, yeah.
That's amazing.
She missed her dog, Maggie.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it was great, but it always brings up a lot of emotions for me seeing Big Brother. And so tomorrow I'll break down the house guest set for the first episode and tell you what I think of the show.
Dude, your life started on Big Brother. It should be emotional.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your beautiful family.
Ebony Steele, what's coming up on DBL?
Well, check out Khloe Kardashian's new wax figure. We'll show you some other celebrity statues and play a game of real or fake. And a rundown of the hottest shows for summer. We got you covered. It's all next.
Hi guys, what's going on? I'm here with Kelly Grega. Grega has a good story about Scary Spice?
Scary Spice, yes. So she was on the Today Show today talking about the inspiration behind the song Wannabe. She admitted that it was written in 8 minutes. Do you want to guess where?
Okay, I have 3 guesses. A bar?
Okay.
A basement?
Okay.
A bar?
It was
a basement bar.
It was in the bathroom on her toilet.
Oh, that was my next guess. Wow, really?
And a lot of people are reacting a little bit interesting. I feel like when you hear things like that, does it ruin the song for you?
No, it makes it even better.
It
makes it even better. I love it because it's not a thought-provoking song. If you want to be my lover, be friends with my friends.
Yeah.
I could be on the bathroom thinking about that.
Aren't you your most creative sometimes?
Sometimes in the shower, I have something called Aqua Notes, and it's waterproof notes that I take in the shower. The alpha waves come over me. I'm doing great.
Yeah, and she has that iconic rap part of the song, and she said that majority was written in there. But Wannabe, the entire song, was a bit more of a collaboration, but I feel like every time I listen to it now and I hear the rap part, come on, I'll be like,
bathroom.
I know where she was.
You're gonna picture her.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like, no,
hilarious.
she was just rocking it out.
Good for her. And it's a good statement. If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. I think that's a good
And we
statement.
know the Spice Girls are starting their reunion tour soon, so that's another little tidbit. Obviously, she's on this PR move. She's trying to get people amplified. That's their most iconic song. Of course, she's going to bring up information about it.
I want to know where she got the inspiration for Zigga Zig.
British terms. I need our
When she flushed, it could have been a flush sound. Zigga Zig.
Yeah, she's just using bathroom.
Yeah. She's all squeaky, 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 zigga zig. No, but interesting. I think most people find that the bathroom is a very inspirational part of their lives.
Acoustics.
There you go. That's not what I was going to say, but I'm going to go with acoustics at this point.
Danielle
Fantastic.
Nation, let us know your thoughts.
Bye, guys. Great shows on the small screen this summer, but what are worth your time? I've got your back. Here are the hottest shows premiering in July. Take a look.
Fun in the sun, not your thing?
We're not judging. Go couch surfing instead with this installment of Shows You Should See.
Season 5 of the hit show Power is back. This show has a cult following for its twisted storylines. From executive producer 50 Cent, Power follows the sordid story of a New York City nightclub owner and drug kingpin who wants to go legit.
I got a plan, K.
Respect, legacy, revenge. Power returns Sunday, July 1st on Starz. Want a hit of nostalgia? Anne with an E takes us back to Green Gables as the show reimagines the classic novel. This show follows Anne, an orphan just trying to find her place in the world.
Now I remembered that the real world was wide.
This coming-of-age series is one you can watch with the entire fam. Get ready to be inspired when Season 2 premieres on Netflix on July 6th. From the author of Gone Girl, the producer of Get Out, and the director of Big Little Lies is HBO's Sharp Objects. Amy Adams stars in this psychological thriller. She plays a reporter who begrudgingly returns to her small-town roots to solve the murder of 2 teens. She finds herself in the crosshairs when old family secrets come to light.
Someone in this town's hiding something.
You will be on the edge of your seat when this limited series premieres on July 8th. Netflix original series Orange is the New Black returns! Based on the popular novel, this show tells the stories of women in prison. Now, Season 5 left off with a literal bang and the fate of the inmates unknown. So clear your schedule because this show is too addictive not to binge. Get Locked Up July 27th.
We are live. Ebony Steele has a new trending story coming in hot.
That's right. Madame Tussauds unveiled Khloe Kardashian in the Las Vegas Museum. She's rocking a classic Khloe pose. You see it there. We got to give props to the people who sculpted this Khloe creation. It's pretty realistic. So we decided to play a little game of real versus fake. Y'all down for it? Yeah? All right. So we're going to show you celebrity photos, and you have to guess whether they're real or fake. So let's start with Pink. What do you guys think? No. Real or fake? Fake. That happens to be fake. Okay, what about country star like, Luke Bryan? Yes. Real or fake? Fake. That is like my Gucci bag. It is fake. Next, former President Barack Obama. Real photo or wax figure? What do you think? Real. It is real, yes. George Clooney. Is he really just hanging out in the theater, or is this his wax double? I'm looking at his hand, and this is definitely fake to me. Finally, Lady Gaga, real or fake? Real. This one is real. Pretty impressive. DBL Nation, have you ever visited a Madame Tussauds museum? Send us your favorite pictures and cast up there. We challenge you to the Mannequin Challenge. What y'all got?
That's...
Erica, you can't laugh in the middle of it. My goodness.
Whose was the best? Who did it the best?
Somebody write in and tell us.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we were doing this. I was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, oh, okay.
I got caught. I was like,
hey, Al, we're going to color tomorrow.
I know, right? All right. I'm a little slow.
That wasn't great. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
All right, do you want to have a nanny off?
Yeah, do it.
Nanny off?
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield! I love DBL.
Lucy, we were supposed to hang out last Friday, and you said you were busy. Was that true? Oh. She dipped on me. That's all right, Lucy.
It's the Too Crazy Blonde.
Yes! Let's do it. Didn't matter. Two crazy blondes. Doesn't matter.
No big deal?
Not at all. NBD.
I mean, the only thing more embarrassing than that is being seen next to the Oscar Mayer wiener.
Who would do one of those, Al?
Not me.
Wait a second, Al.
We're happy she's back.
How did you guys decide who Batman was going to be and who's Robin?
We had a dance off.
The proof is in the pudding, fellas. Let's see it. And you won with that?
If you want more wine, just watch Jeff talk about my vacation. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Would you like some cheese with that wine?
Wow. We have 3 minutes on the clock to make our best toilet paper wedding dress. Let's start that clock. Go! All right, you do the top.
There's my veil.
I'm getting dizzy.
Holy cow.
Sam, who do you think this winner is?
It's an avant-garde. Honestly, think about it.
It's a tie.
It's a clear winner. Vote for Alan Erica. Okay, I'll work on that. Go check Sam. Are we done? Woo! That garlic pizza's sitting great.
For the missus? Yeah. I think this will bring out my eyes.
So like a Wonder Woman would be your ideal.
Yeah.
Or just any woman.
Yeah, pretty much any woman will do it.
Any woman. What is superpower?
You can stream Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee on Netflix July 6th. I just hope the comics are nice and they don't do a dark roast. Let's take a selfie together, DBL Nation. Whoop, 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 whoop. This is why I don't do selfies. Okay. Yeah.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We have a couple comments, right? Or at least one?
We do. We have a couple. April Pagenkoff on YouTube says, I can't wait for BB tonight. And Brandy Sprong on Facebook, my summer shows are DBL and Big Brother, America's Got Talent, and Orange is the New Black.
That's the right order, Brandy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys get on a little bit, because I hope we cover it a little bit throughout the summer, because it's a live show. We're live all summer, and it's going to be cool. Just like once you get invested in the contestants or characters, it becomes pretty cool.
I'm in.
I'm going to start watching.
My first
Tune in
season,
tomorrow and I'll give you my report of last night's episode. All right, guys, that does it for us. It's Wednesday. I forgot.
End the show with a fact.
I forgot.